Hello crypto lovers from all around the world, welcome to the Vista Crypto or Crypto Vista channel. In this little video I'm trying to demystify the reward system that sits behind the Myria node. The Myria node is like any other crypto node. It's a node, something you can purchase through the site, through the Myria site. And I think currently the price of a node sits at 4.5k US dollars, with an amount of tokens representing that that price, calculated and based on the current price of Myria. Meaning that when the price is sits very low, you will need to buy a lot more Myria tokens to purchase a node. Opposite to when a price is up, you will need less tokens to purchase a node. Basically, it all comes down to calculations, to a basic calculation. It's the price of Myria divided, the price of the node divided by the number of Myria at the current price, which will, for the moment, apparently always results in a price sitting at about 4.5k US dollars. So I last week I purchased a Myria node. It's fully operating, and actually many people are quite scared of nodes. They tend to think that nodes are difficult to operate, that there's a lot of technical knowledge involved, but that's not completely true. As for Myria, it's just a process of purchasing the node, downloading your node software for your appropriate operating system. They have nodes available for Windows, Mac OS and Linux. Following the download, you just install and run the node, and you fill in a little API key that you can find in your admin panel of your nodes on the Myria website. So it's easy peasy. You start run and the dashboard starts tracking your uptime, and when you reach a daily uptime of 6 hours out of the 24 in a day, you receive 1 point. Basically, a day has 24 hours. 1 point is one when you are up, or when your node is up for 6 hours, which theoretically could mean that you will receive 4 points a day, but that is not true. It's capped to 1 point per node, which does not mean that you cannot purchase multiple nodes and thus so receive many points per cycle based on the number of nodes you have. Like, for instance, I have 3 nodes up and running. Each of them reach 6 hour threshold. I will receive 3 points at the end of the daily cycle, and the counter starts all over again. So it's basic math. Little side note: when you operate your node on your local machine, you can only do so with 1 API key, meaning you can only run 1 node from your personal computer. If you opt in for more nodes, you can use a VPS server, which is hosted online on servers, and they allow you to operate 3 or more nodes. There's actually no limit except for your money you want to invest. So like for instance, when you invest in 10 Myria nodes, that's like 45,000 US dollars. So there's no limits. Well, there is. In fact, it's as a threshold of 100, but that's like insane when you do that. When you can purchase that, you're like already rich. You have nothing nothing to fear of. But anyways, I have one node up and running, and I often get a question. Interesting, all good and dandy and fun and interesting, but it's hard for me to get a grasp of how many Myria tokens I will receive on a daily basis when I reach that 6-hour threshold with my node. Let's follow the scenario that I have one node, which is true, which is actually the only node I have for Myria. Let's follow the scenario for one node. So I try to make a quick explanation on how you can calculate the amount of Myria you will receive on a per cycle, like when you receive 1 point and you reach the threshold of 6 hours. It's all written out throughout the support site of Myria itself, but you have to do some research, which you always have to do when you're investing. That said, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Every purchase of crypto you do is on your own responsibility. I'm doing this just for my own research and education, and I'm sharing my findings with you. So when you invest in crypto, only invest what you're willing to lose and what you can afford to lose. And nothing of what I say, I repeat, is financial advice. That said, when we go to the support page of miria.com, we get a little, in my opinion, mystified example of how the Myria distribution occurs at the end of every cycle. It's past midnight for me. It's past 1 hour past midnight, so 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 a.m. The cycle refreshes, but that will of course depend on the place where you reside. But anyways, you have to really understand what's going on here. There are a couple of factors involved that many people A, don't understand, or B, just cannot find or grasp throughout the documentation or the support website. Well, the first thing that is very important, and you don't hear a lot of YouTubers or people speaking about that is the fact that Myria, just like Bitcoin, has a certain halving period. They have the halving occur every 2 years, and again, it's hidden in the documentation. When you do your research thoroughly, you stumble upon it and you can find it out all by yourself, but this video is meant for you to make it a little quicker and make it a little easier to get the hang of it. So, as it's stated here in paragraph 5, 36% of the total Myria token supply is allocated for Myria node rewards. The Myria token is distributing on a halving schedule, just like Bitcoin, and it occurs every 2 years. Well, that's clear. Every year there's a halving, which means that every 2 years the reserved amount of Myria tokens for node distribution, which is constant during the 2 year period, will be halved. this also means I purchase a node at the start of the node launch. I get 2 years. For 2 years, each and every day cycle, I get 1 point, and I get a fixed amount of Myria coins. After that 2 year, it will be halved, meaning it will decrease over time. That's an incentive to buy early, but still 2 years is a very long period. This raises the next question. In what cycle are we at the moment? Well, when you go and look for the Myria coin launch date, you will find that it was launched in August 2022, meaning that the next halving will occur in August 2024. If my basic math, 2022 plus 2 is 2024, which I guess is correct in my opinion. So after the 2-year halving, the total reward amount will be halved, and you will receive half of what you make with a node a day the first 2 years. Now again, how many do you actually get? I'm in the first halving cycle. How many coins do I get when I purchase a node? Well, it is explained by means of an example, and in my opinion that could be illustrated a little more explicit, or a little more clear and obvious for many people. But when you read it and you think about it, it's starting to make sense very quickly. But I'll explain it to you. So in the first halving cycle, Myria has 12 million something tokens a day distributed to all node owners per cycle. This means that when there are 100 nodes operating, or 100 nodes are reaching their 6-hour threshold that day, this amount is distributed through all 100 nodes. If it's 1000 nodes, that's 10 times less per node, etc, etc, etc. So basically for this halving period, we have an amount of 12,328,767 Myria tokens per cycle, per day, per 24 hours. Well, let's say for instance, and I have had a quick look at how many nodes were online or reached the 6-hour threshold yesterday, and that was about 7,000 something nodes. I think it was 7,067. So with those 7,067 nodes, which is 6,067, it can be more, 7,000, but it doesn't matter. In this scenario, 6,067 people get or reach the 6-hour threshold. They receive 1 point, and they receive a total of 2,032 coins roughly for the day. That's fine. Note that in perspective of that halving, after August 2024, that will be 1,016 point something. 2 years after, it will be the half of that, etc, etc, etc. So all depends on how many nodes reach their threshold for the day, the 6-hour threshold. Meaning also that the more people purchase a node, the lower your passive income on a daily basis will be. And on the second part, it's important to take the current market price of Myria into consideration. For instance, after last week's search to the uptime, we have seen a slow retracement in the charts with today a small effort to go up again, and I think this might be the start after a small accumulation period of 6 to 7 days. This can be the start of a higher high. But apart from that, the Myria price of the day actually is responsible for the outcome of your total US dollar value per day, meaning that when you go back to the calculator, you get this amount multiplied with the day of the current price of the Myria coin, let's say roughly 0.009 it was, I guess. Yep, 35992. 35992. That makes, at the moment of recording, which is Thursday the 7th of December at 4 o'clock in the afternoon local time in Belgium, you will receive $19 for the day. Might not seem a lot for many, might seem a lot for other. It is what it is, and it's passive, it's on a daily base, and it's actually continuous passive income, which is important to know. But this calculation also concludes that when the Myria price surges, and like for instance we see a 10x or a 50x in the future, your daily income, let's follow the scenario of a 50x, which is very bullish, but you will see that it makes a big difference. You will have a daily reward of $951, which is actually very crazy when you think about it. I'm of course hoping for such prices to reach, but I think it's a bit too optimistic. But again, when prices rise, your daily income calculated in US dollars also rises. I hope this explains this a little more, makes it more clear, demystifies it a little for many of you, as to the daily income you can or you get by running a node. There's also another little side note that confuses a lot of people, and that is the second table. They built in some kind of system to protect you from claiming your rewards on a daily basis right after you receive them, and they do that to keep your coins at least 7 days locked, to suppress the sell power of the coin, but also it's in your advantage. In God's name, what is 7 days? And a week goes by and you get the fully diluted 100% of your reward. This implies that when you take it out or withdraw it from the server, day 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you get less and less and less. Like in this case, day 1, the node is successful operated, you reach your 6-hour threshold. 1 a.m. at night or in the morning, as I just told you, my cycle ends and restarts. You get your rewards for the day, let's say the 2000 and somewhat coins we calculated in our example. When you withdraw them immediately, you only get 40% of that. I will show you a little screen here. As you can see, that's one of my node rewards. And you will see that there's a big difference between the rewards you get when you withdraw it immediately or when you wait for 7 days. It's actually worth waiting for. Day 1 you get only 40%, day 2 it's 50%, day 3 you will get 60%, day 4 it's 70%, day 5 80, day 6 90, and starting from day 7 you will get the full 100%, and at day 8 your Myria coins will automatically be withdrawn to your Myria wallet. So you don't have to take any action when you wait or sit out the whole week, the whole period. Your 100% rewards will be automatically claimed to your wallet. So it's actually quite interesting system. You're greedy, you want your Myria coins straight away. Okay, you pay a fine, a tax, whatever you want to call it, when you have time, and that's advised. You wait your full 7 days. You don't even have to take any action. 100% of that 2000 and whatnot, or your daily reward, will be put into your wallet automatically. So that's it. When you think about it, it's actually quite logical and easy to understand. But I also understand that for many people, all those little numbers and examples in the form of sentences don't make very much sense. So I hope my little video here explains that to those people, and I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope you will subscribe or like my video when you liked the content, which will motivate me to make more and more often videos in the future. Don't forget, it is free to like and to follow. I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.